Library of Arena is a turn-based game developed by Project Moon, an indie company based in Korea. I find the game's world building, music, and mechanical combat interesting, so I wanted to make this video to get more people into the game. And also because its in-game tutorial is bad. Within the game, you have floors, being physically different levels of the library, and mechanically are effectively different gimmick builds you can run. Floors house 5 librarians, your main units that you can control to fight against the receptionists you bring into the library. Each librarian has a deck that you can fill with 9 different cards. Librarians have 3 main stats: health, stagger, and emotion level. Health is pretty self-explanatory. If it runs out, they die and are unusable for the rest of the act. Stagger is similar to health. Taking damage from guests decreases this bar. When it empties, your librarian is unable to use cards and takes more damage. Emotion level is a bit more complicated, but it fills when librarians initiate a clash or kill a guest. You can either gain negative or positive emotion coins based on if the clash was a win or a loss. Emotion level coin type being mostly important for floor gimmicks with abnormality and ego pages that you gain. Emotion level has 5 thresholds that it can reach, each giving benefits to that specific librarian, such as more speed dice to put cards on or a higher cap on light. Each level, most importantly, fully restores light for the librarian. Light is used by librarians for cards, and is recovered over time or with certain cards. Cards are how you fight against guests, using them to initiate clashes or directly attacking guests. Cards have multiple attributes affixed to them, that being light cost, special effects such as light recovery, defensive, evasive, offensive, and counter dice. These various dice types are used in card clashes against guests, where the individual dice on cards are rolled, with the higher value making the specific dice win, into an outcome based on its type. If the dice rolls are even, the outcome is neutralized and both parties gain emotion coins. Defensive dice always block offensive dice's incoming damage based on how high the roll is, and stop evasive dice from recycling. Evasive dice fail if they don't roll higher than an incoming offensive dice, but fully evade an attack and recycle themselves if a roll is successful. Offensive dice deal damage of a specific type if they succeed in a clash, those damage types being blunt, pierce, and slash. These dice types affect how much damage they deal to a non-staggered target, either being stronger or weaker on certain enemies. Counter dice are a bit special in the fact that they can be used for any dice type mentioned before, and are recycled on winning a clash. They also persist after use for direct incoming attacks. Direct attacks are when a librarian or guest does not put a card clashing against another card, and will cause the dice on the page to be rolled, clashing with any unused dice from the previous clashes or direct attacks. This means you usually want to clash with other cards. If you have higher speed die value than the guest, you can redirect cards direct to other party members, usually to gain emotion level, or if they cannot deal with an incoming card. Lastly, once you finish a guest reception, you will be able to obtain books that you can burn for more cards and key pages, and also use those books to invite more guests to progress the story. Key pages are like the class your librarian takes on, obtaining the passives, weaknesses, and strengths of the slain guest book. Additionally, they can be modified with other key pages for more passives as the game progresses. Thank you for listening. I highly recommend this game, but keep in mind you will absolutely have to read a lot. Also, please use the no grind mod. You have no idea how much time it saves later on.